There's a formula and a plan to making beer, and Kensington Financial Services has a formula and plan for your business. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Ross Walker of the Ross Walker Funeral Home in New Kensington.
And I'm Lisa Walker. My brother and I are proud to carry on the tradition of caring for families as our father did before us.
Our reputation of dealing fairly and providing funerals for all faiths and nationalities dates back generations.
We believe our service is second to none. Call us at need or pre-need.
Visit our modern facilities. There's plenty of parking and we're conveniently located.
There is a bank that makes a great addition to any small business or a great beginning for any entrepreneur, a bank that's focused on building a personal relationship with you. Enterprise Bank employs highly professional relationship managers with a vested interest in helping your business grow. They themselves are small business entrepreneurs who can empathize with the challenges of growing a small business. For your business needs, count on Enterprise Bank, the bank that is built for your business.
Johnstown is an area rich in cultural heritage and ethnic diversity, and most importantly, a can-do spirit that has helped the city to survive 3 devastating floods and the diminished importance of heavy industry. In recent years, it can be said that the business owners and the community as a whole have refocused their efforts into the areas of preserving their cultural heritage and promoting tourism in the greater Cambria County area. From events like Thunder in the Valley, a motorcycle rally event held in June of each year, to centers of historic preservation like the Johnstown Flood Museum and the Frank and Sylvia Pasquarella Heritage Discovery Center, to family-owned businesses like the Johnstown Brewing Company and the Johnstown Holiday Inn. From community-supported venues like the Johnstown War Memorial Arena and Frank J. Pasquarella Conference Center, Johnstown is on the move culturally and is using all the tools in their arsenal to redevelop the area economically.
We're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we will take a look at all of these places we visited in our quest to illustrate the importance of economic development in central and western Pennsylvania. So please don't go anywhere, because we'll be right back.
For all of your estate planning or estate settlement needs, you can depend on Attorney Charles E. Weston to develop a plan that fits your specific need. With over 30 years of experience, your needs are in good hands. Call for a free consultation on any estate subject today.
Sponsored in part by Emeritus Variable Life Insurance Company, providing variable life and variable annuities since 1983. Emeritus Variable Life is a unified company.
At Kensington Financial, we pride ourselves on not only putting together the appropriate long-term plan for you, but also, and almost more importantly, on making sure that we execute that plan appropriately over the long term. Once we've done that, there's plenty of time for you to go out and enjoy the finer things in life, like a phenomenal meal and a great bottle of wine.
Welcome to Harrigan's Cafe and Wine Deck at the Holiday Inn in downtown Johnstown. My name is Amy Tattern, and joining me is co-host Ralph Phillips.
Hi, Amy.
Hi, Ralph. And the general manager of the hotel, Mr. Samuel Phillips. Hi, Sam. Could you please explain the wonderful dish that's in front of you that we're going to be eating this evening?
We're going to be trying a wonderful dish prepared by our chef. It is a crispy roasted duck and foie gras with a potato leek cake, and the duck is on a sauce of plum and blackberries. We have a fantastic Pinot Noir from Chalone Vineyard. It's very highly rated, and the reason why I paired this wonderful wine with our beautiful entree here is that it has a lot of plum, and the plum flavors in the wine, along with the blackberry flavors, go very well with the sauce.
Welcome back to Kensington Financial's Dollars and Cents. We're here in the lovely city of Johnstown talking about economic development with our dear friends Melissa Radovanik and Mike Barletta, the bosses here at the Frank J. Pasquarella Conference Center. Folks, thanks a lot for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Melissa, why don't you tell us a little bit about how the conference center came together? It's my understanding that it was kind of a collaborative effort more than anything else.
I would say it started back in 1992, early 90s here in Johnstown. The city was in a state of distress financially. They were operating in the red. They were just in chaos. The city was not working well as a group, as a unit, and they determined that they needed to have some type of change. So they took the next 5 years to change their form of government. They have a city manager form of government now. And in 1997, they created what was known as the Johnstown Partnership, which was a group of downtown business leaders who got together to talk about the future of Johnstown. And it was in 1997 that the first rumblings came about of a potential convention center in Johnstown. So 2 years later, in 1999, they came up with what was called the 21st Century Plan, which was their plan going forward with this city. Started operating in the black, which was a wonderful thing, and the Johnstown Partnership changed its name to the Johnstown Renaissance Partnership. And the leader of that partnership was Frank Pasquarella, who was the chairman of a company called Crown American that's based here in Johnstown. At the time, Crown owned and operated 27 hotels on the East Coast and 27 malls on the East Coast, and he was the chairman of that company. He was born and raised here in Johnstown and kept his company here. So the Renaissance Project was a convention center, a parking garage, at one time a movie theater, and renovations to the Cambria County War Memorial Arena. And the whole project had a price tag of $25 million. Frank himself was able to secure $17 million of that 25, and thus his name went on the building.
And has it helped you bring some things into town that you might not have received otherwise?
Absolutely. We've been able to host dozens of conventions now, ranging from 200 people up to 1,000 people from all across the state of Pennsylvania. So when those people come into Johnstown, they're not just visiting the conference center, but they're staying at hotels, they're getting gas, they're buying novelties, they're shopping at the malls, they're dining. So the impact is far-reaching, and that's one of our marketing efforts here at the conference center, is for Johnstown to understand that this is everybody's conference center, because we all benefit from it.
Because of the facilities, this past year we were able to host 2 state conventions, the Pennsylvania State Lions and the Pennsylvania State Kiwanis. If this facility was not here, Johnstown, we wouldn't have been able to bid or propose to host the events. But because of the magnitude and size of this facility, we were able to bring them to Johnstown, Pennsylvania.
Mike, normally conventions of that size would have gone to a much larger city like Pittsburgh or Philadelphia or even Harrisburg.
Philadelphia, Harrisburg, State College, Altoona.
Well, folks, we're going to take a break for a couple of minutes. We hope that you'll sit tight, because we'll be right back with more Kensington Financial's Dollars and Cents.
Have you visited Heights Plaza Shopping Center recently? Heights Plaza is a 400,000 square foot Macy's anchored center located in Natrona Heights and has been in operation for over 50 years. Heights Plaza has over 50 businesses featuring Macy's, Dunham's, and Sears, and is conveniently located on Freeport Road in the hub of the Natrona Heights community, 3 minutes from exit 15 of Route 28. Try our new 28,000 square foot medical and professional building under renovation and ready for lease. For leasing information, please call Lori Moran at 412-566-1993.
Welcome back to Kensington Financial's Dollars and Cents. In keeping with our theme of economic development, we're here at Johnstown Brewing Company with Ralph Lovett, the owner-operator. Ralph, thank you for joining us this evening.
My pleasure.
Certainly do appreciate it. Tell us a little bit about some of the economic development opportunities that are going on in the Johnstown area, and I definitely want you to tell me something about this big hunk of wood that's on the wall behind me.
I'll be happy to. The economic development programs in Johnstown, although I don't know too much about them in depth, but they seem to be blossoming as the market seems to be. Johnstown seems to be growing in many different ways that were probably not even considered 15, 20 years ago. The IT community is growing very rapidly, and the medical community is also growing rapidly. Steel and steel processing and coal mining are starting to come back, and we even have a large windmill facility that's being built in Evansburg, which is 12, 15 miles north of here.
Sure.
So the economic horizon looks pretty good. JARI, Johnstown Area Regional Industries, is one of our, I would say, bright spots, one of our workhorses that has brought a lot of industry to Johnstown, small and large, and created jobs along the way since they've been here.
Well, while we're here, we're going to spend a lot of time taking a look at some of the special developments that are happening in the Johnstown area. But before we break for a commercial, Ralph, I wanted you to, I'm not going to let you off the hook. I want to hear a little bit about this piece behind us.
Every time they wanted to make something in the mill, particularly for use in the mill, they would go to the pattern makers. At one time, we're the highest paid non-management people in the mill, employees in the mill. The engineers would go to them and say, we need whatever. They would lay it out sometimes on a slate floor, because that was before computers and all this other stuff, and they would make these boxes or pulleys or bearings or whatever by hand. This particular piece is about 100 or 110 years old, and it was a drain box for the Rosedale Coke plant. And they would design it and work with it and work with it and work with it. It probably took 5 guys 3 months, maybe longer, to make this. And when the engineers approved it, they would use it as a pattern or a template that they would press into wet sand. They'd pull the template out, and they'd have their mold. They'd pour the hot metal into there and produce whatever they were trying to make.
Wow.
Anything black would be machined out. So it tells a story. They always made it in 2 halves, and they would weld them together. And then they'd put these numbers on them and store them in large barns called pattern barns. They had several, maybe as many as 20 pattern barns at one time.
Well, here at Johnstown Brewing Company restaurant and pub, when you do come down here, you're going to find a great deal of history from the steel-making days, from the heyday of making steel in the Johnstown area. Ralph, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Can't tell you how much we appreciate it.
I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Folks, please hang on. We'll be back in just a few moments.
During Ladle's Kitchen, I am here to show you how to make marvelous soups for your family, great entrees, desserts, and even some appetizers. But my other love is decorating. As you can see, many of these items were purchased at Ladle's Country Cupboard, just a few steps away. Visit Ladle's Country Cupboard to pick up an item for your home or for your kitchen. Thank you.
Tired of struggling with uncomfortable, frustrating hearing aids? Are you ready to experience natural sound again? Well, Vivatone is your answer, a revolutionary new hearing aid that gives you the natural sound without the whistling and echo and noise that you're used to. And unlike many other traditional hearing aids, Vivatone doesn't require the creation of ear molds. To feel the immediate difference, visit Remetta Audiology for a no-obligation trial and ask about saving 20% on Vivatone.
Welcome back to Kensington Financial's Dollars and Cents. We're here today at the beautiful Cambria County War Memorial with General Manager Jim Vaughter. Thank you so much for allowing us to tour your facility. If you could give us a little bit of history.
A little bit of history. It was built in 1950 after World War II. We've encompassed the other wars since then, Korea and Vietnam, and the current conflict that is going on. So it is a tribute to the veterans of Cambria County who have gave what they call the ultimate sacrifice during the wars.
And this is, of course, also the home of the Johnstown
Chiefs
hockey team. And
also the Riverhawks indoor football team we have this year.
Okay.
And 7 high school hockey teams and oodles of kids who just come out and have fun every Saturday morning to skate.
So this is actually a family-oriented place where you could bring a family?
Yes, we do everything from the little kids hockey to 2-year-olds to the 60-year-olds who do the what they call experienced skaters league, not old timers. No.
And can you tell us a little bit about the impact economically?
Economically, we have the shows that come in, which the show people stay overnight. The people coming in from out of town will stay overnight. So we do a tremendous impact of filling the hotel rooms, which generates the local motel tax. We do gate receipts, we do our own concessions, so all the money that we make usually comes right back into the economy, and we're well supported by the surrounding economy, and also our furthest probably goes to Pittsburgh and Erie and Wheeling.
And speaking of other events, you have something going on this evening that would you have to melt the ice, and what do you do with all the water?
We have the truck and tractor pool is coming in tomorrow. We'll bring 100 ton of dirt in all day tomorrow, and then the motorcycles and the giant trucks and Bigfoot and all those other ones will be here. And
so you don't actually melt
we
the
just
ice?
cover it with plastic and some homosote board, they call it, and hopefully everything is good, and Sunday morning our guys will come clean it up and we'll be ready to skate 6 a.m. Monday morning.
Mr. Vaughter, I noticed at some of these gates going around the arena, there are different plaques.
Yes, we do have a veteran initiative to highlight all the Cambria County veterans dating back to the Civil War who made a big contribution for the Congressional Medal of Honor, or won the highest award that the United States gives out, and we have those in each of the hallways coming up to the seating entrance. So it's historical. We're 55 years old, and we're sort of a half museum and an active place, so there's something for everyone when they come in. 2 years ago we finished our $18 million renovation, new seats, new ice plant, same building but all renovated and retrofitted.
And it's beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Very exciting. I hope to see a game here someday.
Very good. Just come up anytime you want. Or a truck show if you're sticking in town the next couple of days.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Vaughter.
You're welcome.
I appreciate your time.
Thanks.
Folks, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Don't wait until it's too late. Burglar, fire, hold-up, and medical alarms for your home, commercial, or industrial needs. Signalgraph Security is a local company that can provide you with the security and service you want. Signalgraph Security will custom design a system for your home or business at a reasonable price and provide you with prompt service when you need it most. At Signalgraph Security, you talk to the same people every time. So for all your security needs, and to save at least 10%, call Signalgraph Security, where your security is our concern.
Well, Amy, this is the 14th and final show for our first season of Kensington Financial's Dollars and Cents. We do hope everyone viewing the show has enjoyed watching it as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you.
Before we close, Ralph and I wanted to thank all of the wonderful people who have helped us produce Dollars and Cents over the past 6 months. First and foremost, our families, Stephanie, Madison, and Morgan, Rob, Zach, Kaylee, Seth, and of course, Mr. V.
Producing the show would have been impossible without the support of our sponsors. We do hope that you will call and visit them for help and guidance. Our sponsors this year were Signalgraph Security, Remetta Audiology, Emeritus Variable Life, Attorney Charles Chuck Weston, Accountant Tracy Burton, Ladles, Ross Walker Funeral Home, AKLC Studios, Enterprise Bank, and our friends from Wild Blue Management.
Many long hours of work go into the production of a show like ours. Without the wonderful commitment of our dedicated staff, none of this would have been possible.
That's right, Amy. Kensington Financial's Dollars and Cents is directed and edited by Billy Joe Abramowitz, camera and teleprompter by Josh Novotny, camera and lighting by Kurt Haverstock, camera and lighting by Diana Palatella. The show is produced and written by you, Amy Tattern. And while you haven't seen her on the show, it would have been impossible for us to produce Dollars and Cents without our rock, Danielle Guthrie. Dollars and Cents is brought to you with the kind cooperation of our participating cable systems. In Johnstown, that's Atlantic Broadband. In Indiana, Adelphia Cable, WIUP, and Indiana University of Pennsylvania. In the Katanning area, our friend Dave Croyle and Family Life TV. And in the Kiski and New Kensington areas, Comcast Cable.
Ralph, we have had so many wonderful and interesting guests, and we have visited so many great locations that there really is no way for us to appropriately recognize or thank everyone. You know who you are, and you have our thanks.
Our show is all about family. In fact, we've built Kensington Financial as a company that treats its clients like special members of our extended family. So I guess that it's fitting to end the last show of our first season with an interview of my brother Sam at the Johnstown Holiday Inn. What a beautiful facility and a wonderful conversation about economic development in Cambria County. At Kensington Financial, we believe so strongly in the importance of family that we've actually built our business around it, and we consider our clients to be part of the greater Kensington family, as it were. We've spent the last couple of days here in Johnstown, and we've spent most of the time at the Johnstown Holiday Inn. Going along with our theme of family, we've been so honored to spend the time here at the Johnstown Holiday Inn because the general manager of the hotel is my brother, Sam Phillips. Sam, thank you very much for being on the show with us.
Thank you for being with us, Ralph.
As we've spent time here in Johnstown, Sam, Amy and I have come to see something that we haven't seen anyplace else, in that the businesses here go way out of their way to support each other. The sense of community seems to underline everything that happens in the Johnstown area. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. There's a great sense of cooperation throughout Cambria County, but especially here in Johnstown. Businesses cooperate with each other, even competing businesses at times. You'll see that different political parties cooperate with each other, and the underlying theme is the betterment of the area, economically, socially. It's really, truly amazing the amount of effort that has gone into bringing this area along. You met Mayor Zucco, and he spoke with you a little bit, and he is a great part of that, constantly working to better the area.
So much of what we've seen has shown us that Johnstown really seems to be somewhat of a sleeping giant, and that it needs that. It quite possibly could be one little thing that's going to push this town just far enough for maybe one more economic development project that's going to push this town just far enough to awaken the sleeping giant. Do you know of any projects going on in the very near future in the Johnstown area that might awaken that sleeping giant?
Well, there are many projects currently in the works. I know that one of our local hospitals, Memorial Medical Center, is currently working to develop a technology park, and that should bring a great deal into the area. And there is consistent development in defense contracting here in Johnstown. It's not all out in California or somewhere out of the state of Pennsylvania. We really do a great deal of defense contracting here, and our Congressman Murtha continues to bring more into the area.
The Pasquarella family seems to be so incredibly entrenched in this community. Every place we went, people talked about Frank Pasquarella, talked about his family, talked about his history in this community. How meaningful is that to the greater Johnstown community, this past history for so many families?
It's hugely important. The founder of our company, Frank Pasquarella, was very instrumental in many of the developing industries and many of the changes that have taken place here in downtown Johnstown. The Frank J. Pasquarella Conference Center, the Frank and Sylvia Pasquarella Discovery Center. You know, the names are on some of the buildings, but his influence is really behind a great deal of the positive change that we see here.
That's wonderful. Sam, I'd like to take a couple of minutes and walk with you through the hotel, because the economic development is not just outside of this facility. It's actually right here, right where we're talking. So let's go take a look and see some of it.
Let's go.
Sam, all the time that we've spent here in Johnstown, we've seen some incredible development, but one of the most indicative, one of the things that's been most indicative to us anyway about the development has been all the phenomenal upgrades that you've been making here to your facility. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh yeah, we're continuing a just over 2-year renovation. We've renovated all of the guest rooms in the hotel, the ballroom. The restaurant was given a complete facelift and a name change, and we're currently finishing our lobby renovation. I believe the entire renovation was just over $2 million, and we've done a great deal. You will not find a surface in this hotel that you wouldn't look at and say, wow, that's upscale. that's beautiful.
Sam, I've seen hotel renovations before. I have never seen the attention to detail, the artwork, from the lamps to genuine pieces of fine art hanging around in the common areas, in the hallways. What was the motivation behind this?
Well, it's an original design by our designer George Conti from Greensburg. You were talking about the artwork. Much of what we have on our walls is from our owner, Mark Pasquarella. He has an extensive personal collection, and he has seen fit to place much of his collection here in the hotel. Why not? The public is here. Why shouldn't they be able to share what he has to offer? I believe the motivation behind the renovation in general is our owner's wish to upgrade a facility in his hometown. He is all about serving our guests and the community and making sure that we offer our local clientele the quality that he desires himself.
That's wonderful. One of the things that happened as part of the upgrade to the facility here was that you were able, over a number of years, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was over a number of years, to build a fairly extensive wine collection here. Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Sure. We've worked a great deal to upgrade our restaurant. I've already spoken about the restaurant renovation that we've gone through, and part of that was working on our wine list. We've over the past few years, we've achieved a Wine Spectator Award, and we've increased our wine list size, our wine cellar, to just under 1,000 bottles, and our wine list numbers over 100 selections, and we have 30 wines by the glass.
That's fantastic. Sam, thank you for allowing us to spend this time, these couple of days in Johnstown. We've seen a lot of wonderful things here, and again, nothing has been more interesting, more indicative of long-term commitment to a community in the area of economic development than your hotel.
Well, thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks.
Sponsored in part by Emeritus Variable Life Insurance Company, providing variable life and variable annuities since 1983. Emeritus Variable Life is a unified company.
For all of your estate planning or estate settlement needs, you can depend on attorney Charles E. Weston to develop a plan that fits your specific need. With over 30 years of experience, your needs are in good hands. Call for a free consultation on any estate subject today.
Welcome back. Please remember that if you have any questions about today's show on economic development, or if you would like additional information, Ralph and I hope you'll send us an email to questions@kensingtonfinancial.com or give us a call at 724-334-1950.
Amy, this has been a great experience. Thank you for working with me on the show. Folks, isn't she lovely? Thank you for all of the wonderful questions and phone calls that you've sent us. And please remember, Dollars and Cents can still be seen in reruns at its regular time right here on this channel, and we'll see you very, very soon with all new episodes. But for now, from the Casino Theater, thank you so much for watching Kensington Financial's Dollars and Cents, and we'll see you the next time.
What was that?
You say dollars, then I'll say and. You say cents. Oh, stay right where you're at. We'll take this commercial. Oh, right now? Yes, okay. Well, we're nodding. Hi. See, that was nice.
It's nice. Nice. A hamburger would be even nicer. Do you want me to redo that?
I'm going to get smacked in the head with all the viciousness that Amy can put in. Oh, she's getting ready. You're going to have to lead me up to the signs.
Okay.
That's really bright.
So another chef.